Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome to Intro to Digital Imaging. My name is Michael Maldonado. This is me right down here in the corner. Hi, how you doing? And I will be with you. I will be your instructor for the next several weeks. So I like to use a lot of video. So I just want to say for those of you who don't want a video, I don't mind doing video feedback for students. So if there are those of you who don't want video feedback, if you would prefer written feedback, please just let me know and I'll be more than glad to accommodate that request. So I just want to go through Module 1. There's an announcement over here, and I do provide one or two announcements per week per module for the class. So hello and welcome to Module 1. And I just want to draw your attention to a couple of notes that I have in the class, and then right here, and this is all based on experience from teaching the class. I've taught this class several times, so I'm really super familiar with what works in the class and what seems to struggle. And I've tried to share some of that with you in the announcements here. Now, one of the things I really want to draw your attention to in the class is this, and this again is based on my experience with the class and what I've experienced in students who adhere to this. And I'm going to just take you over to learning modules, and I'm going to go to week 1. And this is in every week, every module has this little segment called reading and resources, okay? Please make yourself very familiar with that. That's the first place, and probably you should spend more time in this area or as much time in this area as you will in the actual course lectures, etc. Please don't just look at these and say, oh yeah, I know about that. I'm just go ahead and skip over that. Take a look at these guys. These will, these are going to provide success in the class. I promise you they will. And not every week has the dozen or so videos that are in here. So this is, self-admittedly, this is a pretty long week as far as introduction videos. And that makes sense because it's week 1. So, but in coming weeks, there's not as much, but it is, increasing in importance as we move through the class. Okay, so we've got our final project review, and I want you to take a look at that and read through that. And that's where that announcement, well, I won't go back to the announcement, but the bold type in the announcement has to do with the final project review. So once you read through this, that will start making a lot more sense. And then we have this discussion, creative brief, and the image capture process activity using adjustment layers. And the creative brief, we have, well, let me do this. I just want to do this. I want to take a look at that real quick so that you guys can see what. So in the discussion board, beginning, it's an introduction. So, and then choose the client you use for the final project, and please read the announcement before you do that, and please think about that at least before you make your decision. Choose the client you'll be using. Explain the main message of the campaign, for example, a new product or service or rollout, special sale, blah, blah, blah. I want you guys to really pay attention to that paragraph right there, because right now you're going to decide the direction of your ad. Your ads, I should say. There's 2 ads. No, the final has 2 parts. It's got a web banner and a magazine ad. So you want to start really thinking about what you want to promote in your magazine ad. And how do you do that? I say go straight to research and start looking at ads for, if you're going to use Amethyst Bay, start looking at ads for Caribbean resorts or something like that. And you can take a look at some magazine ads for Caribbean resorts for some ideas, visual, and not only visual ideas, but also conceptual ideas, because right now we're starting to try to plan the promotion, as it were. Okay, so this is really important. So please keep this in mind right here. Okay, back to, and then we have image capture process and activity using adjustment layers. And I'm not going to even go over this right now because some of this might not make sense without going through the course materials, reading the book, chapters 2 and 3 from the book. The book is awesome, by the way. The book is fantastic. You'll love it. It's a wonderful book. But anyways, so read the chapters, go through this reading and resources, okay? Then read the assignment requirements for image capture process and activity using adjustment layers. And if you have any questions at all before you get to working on that, you can contact me and I can get you through that. Okay. And then of course, on the bottom of that page is associated assignments and rubrics, which again is in every folder for every week. Okay. So that's what I have, guys. Other than that, I will see you guys in discussion board. Thanks very much. Hey, listen, I'm really super approachable. So if you know any problems at all, guys, please get with me. I'm really super, like, open door policy is me all the way. So your success is my success, and I really, really love teaching. So my door is open at all times. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you in discussion board. Thank you.